Chad Powell here. And today this video is going to be about you cannot manifest from a place of lack. If you're always worried about how am I going to pay bills, right? How am I going to make ends meet? You're not going to manifest. Lack and worry don't go with manifestation. Them two don't go together. The only side of manifestation you get from that is more lack and worry. It's going to put you in more situations that you have to lack and worry in. You're literally manifesting your own life. And don't, click off this video in fear. Because if you do, you're going to stay stuck. So I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you how manifestation and reality itself actually work. You don't have to try to manifest. You just have to feel good. Right? So whenever you are feeling good, you're automatically manifesting. But as the masses in society, right, we have been taught that you have to people please. You got to prove yourself. You got to get an A on your test. You got to show up and be the best. You got to compete. It's bullshit. If you live in an abundant universe, compete with who? Who? You don't even have to compete with yourself. Who we competing with? What? Space? Nothing? That is a faulty scarcity set way of being. You don't have to compete with nothing. All you have to do is show up to life every day and feel good about yourself. Whenever you are feeling bad, you're sending out a signal to the universe, which is just you without your physical body, right? And you're telling it, don't give me what I want. Give me more of feeling bad. So give me more situations that I can feel bad in. See what you're doing to yourself, right? And this is true, right? Whenever you are feeling good, you're telling the universe, oh, give me more situations that I can feel good in, right? Which is going to create your manifestation. And you don't have to know how. All you have to do, all thing we have to know is feeling good. You don't have to know the ins and outs, and you don't have to know all the damn details. The human mind want to know how, because we've been taught that way since school. It's all negative programming, because they don't want us to be, the powerful manifestors that we are. So they taught us that we have to try to figure out the how. We got to know every step before we go. No, the steps show up as you go. The path unfold as you walk it. This is not magic. This is mechanics. This is faith. This is trust. So whenever you go into negative thinking, you have to stop yourself, because we got to be careful here, right? And tell yourself, if I feel negative, this is going to stop the manifestation. So don't do that. And don't worry about what someone says to you, and someone says something negative. If you let that bother you, you start to spiral out of alignment. You got to get back on track. Back on track. You don't let what people think bother you, whether it's an opinion or a fact. It doesn't matter. Is that going to change anything? Is it going to change your life? No. So who cares what people think and say? So if my audio recordings do for you, right, which is not my videos here, I actually have audio recordings outside of these videos, right, is whenever you're getting out of alignment, you're going to be able to pull up these videos and watch them. And they're going to put you back in track. They're going to let you know how you need to be. Hey, you're going out of alignment here. Get back on track. These are going to be your daily audio recording videos. And they're going to always keep you on track. And then before you know it, you don't really need them as much anymore, right? Because now it becomes your identity. You start to become the videos. You become the person the videos are talking about. That powerful person who can manifest the life that they want. So instead of you thinking about what you don't want, you start to think of what you do want. Then not only that, you feel good about what you do want. Because you have to feel good about what you want. That's what's stopping your manifestation. You think of it sometimes, right? What you want, right? But you don't feel good underneath what you want. So you can't lie to the universe. You're like, oh, I want that car, I want that house, I want that relationship, whatever. But you're doubting it 5 minutes later. The manifestation don't have time to sprout. You're killing the seed. You're killing the seed with doubt, because you're planting seeds of doubt. How the manifestation going to grow into what you want when you keep planting seeds of doubt? That don't go together. It doesn't make any sense, right? So we have to plant seeds of not only positive thinking, but feeling good about planting those seeds, because when you feel good, the feelings are the water for the seed, and now you're going to get the manifestation over time. So no rushing a seed to grow, right? It takes time. It's the momentum of the process. Over time, you start to get small pieces of the manifestation. It starts to compound, get bigger and bigger like a snowball, right? And then before you know it, boom, full-blown manifestation has arrived. The full-blown manifestation will arrive on its own time. You can't force a tree to grow. You can't force anything to grow. It grows at its own pace. But you can speed it up from your behalf, from your part, by feeling good every day. Because whenever you're feeling bad, you're technically not watering that seed of manifestation. This is why it's very important to feel good, so you can keep watering that seed of manifestation. Very, very powerful. So, no negative thinking or feeling. So that means no positive thinking, but feeling bad. No, they both go together as one. Positive thinking and feeling good. This is how you're going to get the full-blown manifestation over time. And if you're worried about how long it takes, I'm not saying sometimes you can't slip into like thinking about it, but worry, there's a big difference between thinking about something and worried about it. If you're worried, right, about something, like when is it going to happen, right, then you still have negative beliefs in there. This is what the audio recordings of mine are for. So you can get rid of that worry, and then you start to become the person who naturally waters the seed, just like the farmer. Like the farmer isn't worried about the plants growing. The farmer, he just knows he has to show up and water that field whenever it's time. He has to show up and water that field every day to keep everything growing healthy. You don't know when it's going to happen. You're not supposed to. Like I said, the path unfolds as you walk it. And if this scares you, then you're not ready for manifestation. You want to, that means you're comfortable with familiarity of living in fear and living in lack. Most people say they want things, but they really don't want it because they're not willing to feel good. How the hell are someone willing to feel good? It's like, you want to feel bad? Like, people want to feel bad. That's why they say misery loves company. Anyways, we're not going to go too far in that, because we want to focus on feeling good. So every day you wake up, you're going to feel good about your life. Life is light. What is it to take it so serious for? It's light. You don't live forever. Feel good. That's all you need to know. Keep telling yourself, well, hey, I don't want to think of that negative thing, so I'm going to redirect my thought into positive thinking so I can feel good. Chad Powell here, signing out.